Hello and welcome. Today we're excited to share with you the new 296 GTB. So we'll start right off with the name of the vehicle. The 296 refers to the engine. It is a 2.9 liter, 6-cylinder V6 hybrid powertrain. And then the GTB stands for Gran Turismo Berlinetta, which is the coupe form of the vehicle. We were really excited about this new model. It's the latest mid-engine, 2-seater sports car in the family. But it is our next model that has introduced a hybrid powertrain, which is quite exciting if you're familiar with how a hybrid setup works. It really gives you all the benefits with the electric motor, of the acceleration, the torque off the line, but then the beauty of a powerful engine to kind of take you up through the RPM range into the higher speeds. So it is a single electric motor paired to the V6 in the rear, so it's strictly a rear-wheel drive vehicle. The total power output between the two is 830 CV, which is essentially 819 horsepower. But if you take out the electric motor for a second, just look at the V6 engine, it's putting out 663 horsepower, which is quite incredible. If you break that down even further, it's 221 horsepower per 1 liter, which that is the highest specific power output Ferrari has ever produced in a road engine. So quite an incredible power plant in this vehicle. When it comes to the driving modes, if you want to drive in pure electric, you can actually decouple the electric motor from the engine with a transition management actuator, the TMA. So it'll strictly be rear-wheel drive electric. Limited range capacity there, but then if you want to engage the engine back on, there's two other driving modes called performance and qualifying. The performance mode will give you almost all the power, but they hold a little bit back because they want to balance the battery power with the consumption. So it will essentially recharge itself as it's depleting. So it keeps maintaining a level of power. But if you want to go up into the qualifying mode, you get the maximum 830 CV. And it will use so much battery power that it'll slowly deplete. Like if you're at a racetrack, it might last you 5, 6, 7 laps at maximum power, then it's going to need to recharge itself a little bit. When looking at the outside, just referring to the styling here, you're going to see a lot of styling cues from the old 250 LM. A lot of the design here on the side here, kind of the C-pillar area, the roof line, the side air intake. Even coming back to the rear, there's a lot of a little bit of Testarossa design with the dome on the engine lid there. So a lot of really unique features from some innovative aerodynamic solutions. They came up with this aero bridge up at the top where the air travels over the roof and through the bottom there. And then it helps create it accelerates the air and it helps create more downforce on the rear end. And then in addition, to aid that further, there is an active rear spoiler that will come up here and then it will create further downforce. It comes up about a couple inches. All right, so let's take you on the inside and show you a couple features in here. Inside the cockpit of the 296, first we'll wake up the instrument cluster here. So you see it's a big 16-inch curved digital display. There's also a standard passenger display over on this side here where you can see the passenger gets to see the performance, they can control the audio, the navigation, and so forth. Coming to the middle, you see a very nice, what looks to be like an old school gated shifter through the design, but it's our nice 3 electronic functions that you might be used to in other models, such as the reverse, the auto, manual adjustments, and then the launch control. But coming back to the main instrument cluster, we have our newer design that was launched on the SF90, the steering wheel, and it's also featured in the Roma. But it's a touch-sensitive surface with a traditional Manatino switch over here. And then on the left side, we have our new e-Manatino, which goes through the different settings of the e-drive, the hybrid, the performance, and the qualifying, which I kind of already mentioned to you. So quite a very clean, modernistic interior. You'll notice a very nice, beautiful new seat design, as well as a flooring pattern where they would bring the leather up halfway, transitioning up into Alcantara further up in the footwell. All right, so I was telling you about the 2.9 liter V6 engine, but now let me show you here. It's a 120 degree V, which is allowing them to now bring the turbos right above the engine itself, right into the V pattern. This helps for a number of reasons. They're able to get the weight all distributed right in the center where they'd like it, so it helps keep the center of gravity better when they place it in the chassis. It also shortens up the exhaust pipes all the way throughout back to the rear of the vehicle, so it helps with the sound of the engine as well for the shorter exhaust pipes. But it's a very compact and very unique setup. So this device here that attaches to the back of the engine, this is the TMA, the Transition Manager Actuator. So this is what disconnects the engine from the electric motor that would be back here. So this will allow you to, again, remove the engine and drive the vehicle in pure electric mode, something very unique to this specific model. All right, hopefully now you've got a nice little summary on the 296 GTB. The next thing we'd all like to do is take it out for a drive. Unfortunately, this particular one is for static display only, but we do have our demo in production, which we're looking forward to driving that as soon as it arrives. So now we just have to wait.